Hi, welcome back. How are you doing? It's Two Blue Tie here from Thailand, and and I come to you bearing humiliation and humbleness. For instance, because of our football team last night against Madrid, and I was sat there in the last two games, and especially after Saturday, with a bit more vigor, a bit more punch, and a bit more fight, and a bit more. Yes, we're going to do it. Yes, we're going. For instance, we can do it. It's not, like they're not playing great or blah blah blah. But yeah, and I was a very very confident. And the reason why to do so, because quite honestly, we're Manchester City, and we are the four times champions. We have won the Premier League, Champions League before. We're not novice at this. It's not nothing new. Sorry, excuse me. And so yeah, and I got reasons to be optimistic, and so when I said, and there was reasons to be optimistic, which I said yesterday in my second preview, but because. I'm sorry. I feel we have reasons to be optimistic, and yeah, and I'm just absolutely wake up this morning or wake up this morning. I game started at 3 a.m. Thailand time. And so by the time the game, By the time the game finished, it was about knocking 5 o'clock, and then of course then I got to get myself down to get some sleep or whatever, come down. So it was about 5:30 by the time I slept. Got some sleep, and then half an hour later, her indoors. Woke up, and then 6 o'clock, and then because she's out by 7, so brilliant. And so I got about an hour's sleep. But I did go to sleep at about 11 o'clock, so I have a few hours sleep, but I don't feel great. It's still quite damp in Thailand at the moment. We've had rain for the last few days, which has made things a bit damp. Yeah, so yesterday I saw a big snake the day before, and because he'd come in from the outside. Anyway, so and anyway, so but it's me deterring. But I just feel a bit down, and you have so much optimism, and you see the 25 men training on the field. You think, wow, we've got a squad. We've got a squad of players. I can see players there, apart from Rodri, apart from Bob, apart from Kanji. For instance, I can see a squad, and I think, wow, for instance, we've got reasons to be optimistic. The new players are coming in, and and Pep took 23, was it 22 or 21, 20, to Madrid. And we think, wow, we've got a squad. We've got two coaches coming up. And what's going on in Madrid? We've got players, we've got backup, we've got, and there's reason to be optimistic. And it was going to be a difficult one, and nobody gives us a chance. Or even, let's listen to Jordan, and he's on talk crap, etc. For instance, and they were saying, "Oh well, they got a chance," and I'm thinking, good, and I've got that sneaking suspicion, that for instance, if the real Man City stand up, then we've got a chance, and then the lineups came out, and the City lineup came out, and for instance, and then we got. I was happy he played Kuzinov in right back, which I know a lot of people weren't, but I thought he was one of our best players. But he had a difficult first few minutes, etc. But I thought he settled down. I thought he was good. And for instance, the centre, we had Carlos. Nico Gonzalez, for instance, in midfield. But he was partnered with Gundogan, which I thought was okay. But we also had Bernardo Silva in. And Bernardo Silva is a professional, and he's in his he knows the team, Madrid, etc. But I just think, for instance, it was the wrong player to play, and so I was a bit, oh my god, the midfield looks a bit weak. And for instance, even though Nico Gonzalez, etc., was, but you can't do everything, and and they've got legs and they're fast and they're powerful, Madrid. So, and I thought, oh my god, no. And then we had the news that Haaland, even though, for instance, he was in training, etc., he had a bit of a jar on his knee, so he wasn't playing. So that was like, oh my god, because I thought if we would have Haaland and Mamouche up front, at least got Rudiger would probably take care of, whatever, put two people on Haaland, but at least we got a guy free, and then that scuppered out the window, out the wall. And so the whole thing was not good. And so I was Yeah. So my confidence levels went boop, 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 boop. Then I, for instance, the game started, and what's it called? And within the first, so the last thing you want to do is concede. Don't concede. Don't concede in the first 15, 20 minutes. Just let the game start, and what's it called? Then we can press and we get the first goal. We get the first goal, then the game's on. And what did we do? Concede first goal. A simple ball over the top. What the hell was Diaz doing? And it was him and John Stones, etc. And Edison needs to Eddie. I love you, Eddie. What's to go? But there's two defenders on the guy. You need to drop off. You need to trust in the defenders do the job, and all you do is lop it over because Edison Diaz went for a ball for a header for a ball, which he was in like it's a 50-50. Just stay with the player and Eddie stay on your line. For instance, it could have been dealt with, but we went 1-0 down. And then 2 minutes later, what's the goal? Stones went off. And it was like, oh, for flip's sake. 3 games in a week. He can't play 3 games in a week. And we pushed him. I know he's important. I know Fritz had him in my side. But the fact is, because I need the stability. And I can understand why he played him. But, my God, it was just... And then once that went off, I thought, oh, no. And then for the rest of the game, right until then, what's it called? They made a substitution. Especially, I think we had 1 shot in the first half or 1 attempt on goal. It was just, a nothing game, really, and it was embarrassing. I'm disappointed. The whole thing. I was going to do a play rating, etc. For instance, on my, what I think we'll just do it as a squad rating of my comments. Because quite honestly, for instance, it's not going to last long. Because quite honestly, I've seen a lot of the guys today, for instance, JCG, LB, what's to go? They had a 2-hour chat along afterwards, on his channel, for instance. They're spending about first 45 minutes on the game, and the rest of it is on moving forward. So, for instance, like that. New York Gawk, etc. He was, So a lot of City fans were not saying many things. I haven't seen Johnny yet on Typical City. But a lot of people were just kind of like deflated and just disappointed. Cheesy, for instance, I was sorry in Cheeseman. And because quite honestly, it felt like a gutless performance, really. And I think that was it. And Pep didn't change it. The only time he changed it was on the 70th minute and bring it on McAtee. And when McAtee's coming on, then the game's gone. So, for instance, and then taking Gundogan off and putting Kovacic on. Well, why the hell did you do that at half time? Why you not see it? De Bruyne stayed on the bench, for instance, and Jack Grealish stayed on the bench, whether he's fit or not. It's just, it just summed up the season. It just summed up the season. That was the kind of like of the season. Whether Liverpool's going to give it, I don't think so, because I think they struggled to beat. It was 2-2, wasn't it? It was called at Aston Villa. But I think overall, I was devastated by the gutless performance. And I felt after being such a high on Saturday, seeing that complete team, and it was not complete team. What's the word? I lost the word again. For instance, steady the team was. How there was a word for it. I'll thinking about it in a second. So I'm still get off this damn cold. I don't get colds. I really don't. She's got the cold and she's all night. So yeah. Anyway, it was balanced team. What a balanced team we were on Saturday compared to we were yesterday, and we were just so unbalanced. It was like a ship going over, being tipped up. And that's how I felt like we were playing. We just felt like we were tipping over. It was just so disappointing, and I just couldn't. I got no words really. And the fact that Pep didn't want to change it, I know he only gave us 1%, but I thought he fell through in the towel really. Because quite honestly, for instance, we went 1-0 down, his plans went out the wall, and there was no plan B. And it was not if we were going to lose; it was just that how much we were going to lose by. The mere fact that we got a goal at the end, and again, for instance, VAR, my God, 4 minutes at the Etihad to get Haaland's goal, and 3 minutes to get this goal. Let's go when I clearly see he was onside. For instance, my own naked eye. I'm sat there watching the game on a mobile telephone. I've got it on my chest, etc., while I'm lying in bed. I can't have the TV on because of it. And so which is I've got respect, and I've got the volume control down because CBS. I've got the Champions League, and who does CBS in? Because you've got Sly Sports, and who they got Carragher and Neville, and ex Liverpool, ex United, hates City, and then you've got, for instance, CBS. Who they got? Manaman and Ferdinand. Oh, for flip's sake! And I couldn't even, and another two who hate Man City. Pointer and Ferdinand. Sign him up. You know, Ollie's at the wheel. And yeah, credibility gone there, mate. And I was listening to that, and I was thinking, I can't listen to this lot. So I was listening to it in silence, and but then again, I had nothing to cheer anyway. So I was so disappointed with the whole situation, and and it was, and yes, and we scored in the end to make it a tiny bit respectable. But what's the job was done anyway. So I'm avoiding listening to the crap media today, the British media, because I know we're going to get slated. It's not the fact that if it was balanced, I'd get it, but it won't be balanced, and Man City is going to get a hammering. But because and by the bitter media, so to 8 Man City. So, but we're out now, out of the Champions League. That just typifies our season. Um, the way it gone this week. We've got Liverpool on Sunday. Yeah, and it just we've got a game a week now, so which is no rather than having a game every 3 days. So we'll probably help the injuries because I'm sick and tired of injuries. Absolutely sick and tired up to the top of my brain. What's it called? Of injuries, and it is disappointing. It really is. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of injuries. And I've got stats here. I was going to talk about stats, but I've got nothing to say. And I can bring out stats as much as I like. I've got it looks like the possession stats, etc. Man City won. The referee was bad as well, wasn't he? Every time a player fell over, when City did get any kind of position, a Real Madrid player would fall over. So they had the dark arts in the bank just in case. City fans, you couldn't earn them because they're so far up in that bloody monstrosity of a stadium. How can you have fans so far up? It's just ridiculous. I'd hate to see the Etihad like that. Really doesn't. It may look spectacular, but again, for instance, I would not want to go to a game. Newcastle's bad enough buying up there, but I want a game where you're looking at a couple of P's and 22 P's, on a playing field. That's you can't feel a part of the game. I know it's Madrid and whatever, the Royal Club, but no, I'm just disappointed with the fact that we went out with a whimper. Yeah, so just difficult. It's just difficult. We got Liverpool on Sunday, sorry. And then, but I said they played last night, which was good. They drew 2-2. Should have won it basically by the looks of it. They'll talk about handball decisions, and that'll keep them going until Sunday. But yeah, but we can't. And again, for instance, our midfield needs to be. We can't have that team. We cannot have that team. Hopefully, Haaland will be back with Mamouche like we did on Saturday. But we need more strength in midfield. Savinho was no way. Why didn't you just change it for Doku? I didn't hear his name once. Well, I did. Well, again, but I didn't have the volume on. So, but Savinho was disappointing. Person who would come out with credibility: Kuzinov, Nico Gonzalez, Omar tried a little bit. Basically, our new signings. And Eddie, apart from his first attempt on the first goal, saved us from a worse defeat, yeah. But overall, disappointing. I think I know if you're gonna go out, with the head held high. I think most of the media, for instance, were bigging up Celtic yesterday because of their fight and determination. I don't think they're going to be saying that today about Man City. So I'm not going to bother even listening to that crap, because I don't need to listen to that rubbish. I'm just going to sit there and lick my wounds and just and carry on. Yeah, so just disappointed. How you feeling about it? How and how just it's disappointing because it's not the end of the season, right? Because quite honestly, we still got the FA Cup. We've got a good chance of winning that. because the amount of teams in it. She can still finish top four, and considering the way we played, and even though it's a massive drop off, it managed to finish top four or top three. You know, I mean, it's not that bad of a drop off. You know, considering the amount of games we've lost, and we finished that. And if we we've still got the Club World Cup to win, to play. So we're still in three competitions basically. So yeah, so the season's not ended. The pressure is now off for us on the what do you call it, the Champions League. So we'd have to bother about that. After a couple of the tough games going up to the international break, or the international snow, the what's it called? The run-in basically for Man City are winnable, very winnable games. We've got Plymouth Argyle coming in, and we can't beat them. So then definitely an issue. I would say Liverpool struggled, but yeah. So we've got reasons to be cheerful, you know, and we're still, you know, we did go out to probably to the eventual winners, you know, and in that way, you know, Kinjig Cats, they're, you know, when they're cockroot, when the tails are up, etc. For instance, they're the most annoying team. I think United, Real Madrid to me, I see the United of the Premier League, of what United were, of the world football, you know, and they are so, we're so real, you know, we're so entitled, should I say. Always been a Barcelona or a Madrid fan. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna love you and leave you. So you know, I've really much to say. Although I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed we went out on a whimper. I'm disappointed for being optimistic and optimistic to say that we can win it. We should have done it. We should have put more of a fight. And Pep should have changed it when they realised that, for instance, tried a bit more. God knows why Kevin De Bruyne didn't come on. But yeah, but inquests will be had, and we'll see. We'll see what happens in the near future. There's obviously been a few pep outers already. I've had a go at a couple. God, what's the point of that? Absolutely pathetic. You know, and to talk about hammering out now for United billion. How much money did they lose? United fans having a go at City. How can you look at that crappy football team and how much money you're in debt? God, jeez. You know, about City. We had to probably do Real Madrid. You would have, God, it would have been double. You know, how the hell are you can get it? Oh, not. But you know, out already now. The problem is saying out who you going to get to replace them. It's all right saying him out, get rid of him. Who you going to replace? With the Lewis, I listened and they talk about leaving get 8-9 players in, but it's all right saying that as well. They put the right to say you need this. Those chat and Nico Gonzalez, cousin Moose. So link with them, but other still get Echeverry coming in. There's still reason to be cheerful. It's just disappointing, and I think we have a day of disappointment today, a day of mourning that our Champions League went out with a whimper this year, and yeah, we probably went out. Apart from to go or somewhere, or you know, we went out to the worst team. So, yeah. Anyway, so tomorrow I'll have a chat and see if I can pick myself up again. I'll have another cup of coffee. Maybe I'll have a few hours sleep. You know, I got a little better. For instance, and I'll have a chat tomorrow, for instance, and so hopefully we can get a bit more cheerful. God, I forgot to 19 minutes. I can't believe it. I was shocked. I honestly, the moment the game finished, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about? Oh my God. Anyway, you can tell I'm Irish. You're right. You can tell I've got the Blarney, as it were. Okay, guys, I love you and leave you. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you feel. Don't be a pep outer. You know, and let's where we're going forward. It's season Champions League finished, but the season's not finished. So we've still got reason to be cheerful. Okay. Always great to be blue, regardless. The achievement, sorry to get that one. But it always is. And I will talk to you tomorrow when hopefully I feel a bit more refreshed. Okay. True Blue Tie from Thailand. Take care. Have a good day.